Hey everybody, welcome to the video. I'm Brandon Green. Today I just wanted to take one of my old sketchbooks here, flip through it, let you guys ponder at the sketches. Ponder. I don't know. Oogle? Is that a word? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to flip through my old sketchbook. This is my sketchbook, my most recent sketchbook. It's the last one I filled while I lived in Texas. As you can see, I cut a hole in this. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to have this little castle window and this dragon inside, and then I drew this little dragon with this like rubber ducky kind of body. I don't know, just something fun. This lady sitting in her chair. I'm gonna try to get this as sharp as I can. My camera's been having problems with focusing. It's just not behaving the way I want it, but we'll work with it. We'll get it going. So at this point in my sketchbooks, they're really devoted to people sketches. Every now and then I'll do something else on a page, but for the most part, it's people sketching. You know, this is at this time Will Terrell and I were going out 2 or 3 times a week, whenever we could, to go sketch. A lot of times it was either at the mall or Walmart or a grocery store that had like a deli. We would sit on these kind of like rotunda benches. Really good for sketching. Everybody was either in line or sitting down to eat. Here's one that's not a people sketch, just this little character design that I did. I like the aspect, and I was going to marker this guy, and I don't know, I might digitally paint him, but he was translucent, so you're going to be able to see his like organs through him, kind of made out of jello or something. Guys, I was sitting in a little where was in some restaurant. Anyways, sitting in a restaurant, just sketching people sitting at the table next to me. This lady was fun. She was wearing so much red. And then I really like these two as well. Looking at his phone, sitting it on his belly. Will actually, I think he did a video on this guy. It's called The Thinker or something like that. Anyways, he was just this old guy that was sitting at this table of old men. They're all chit-chat. Was it table of old men? I don't know. Anyways, sitting at this table, and we were both just kind of in awe of his gloves and just him in general. I kind of like the way this guy was when I did his glasses. Like, I started inking him, and I was like, I like him just like that. Like, I don't want to ruin him. So just left him the pencil sketch and just inked in his glasses. You know, I like doing that from time to time. This guy was in the mall. You know, there's a lot of interesting characters in the mall. You know, everybody there is trying to make some kind of fashion statement. This guy had such a turtley neck. Had to draw him. This was kind of a weird page, but this one is actually a quick sketch of Friendzone. I don't know if any of you have seen Will's video of him drawing Friendzone. That's one of the many sketches I did of Friendzone. And this one, I didn't like the lady that was behind here, so I markered over her just because it just made me so mad that I drew it so bad, and then drew an angry lady on top of it. There's Friendzone. Yeah, having fun with some white. This guy had this like white beard. Cool. You know, sometimes I'll start off with the drawing, and you know, I don't want to waste the page, so I just draw over it. This one, you can see this drawing back here. I was just getting too detailed. Like, I realized, like, what am I doing? I'm taking way too much time on this. I'm losing any character out of it. So that's when I moved on to this guy and just did it real quick, and you get way better gesture when I do it quick. This lady, she wasn't smoking. She was sitting in a chair at the in the deli, and she just looked like somebody who would be smoking a long cigarette. She was sitting like that, but I added the cigarette. This lady was sitting in the mall. Again, not smoking, but she looked like somebody who would have a real raspy voice like that. This, we actually witnessed this scene. Like I said, everybody's trying to make a fashion statement, and we were sitting there drawing, and all of a sudden it's like, is that girl wearing see-through pants? And all the security guards and everybody were just staring, and so it was a really interesting image just that was happening. That was great. Again, this guy with his turtley neck and his huge arched kind of turtle shell back. Just some sketches, people working at the grocery store, like they'd bring their work there, and it was full of college kids doing homework. So you can get a lot of people just sitting around working. This guy who was a little top heavy. There's a guy walking through the mall. Here I kind of switched pens up. This is a high-tech C pen, so it gets really, really fine lines, and you're kind of forced to change how you draw things. This guy was just a big blob with a head sticking out the front. This guy didn't even draw a mouth. It just went from neck to nose to head. Some more caricatures, busts. I like this lady's neck. This one I just like the tallness of her head. And then this one, this is kind of a one that I failed at. You start sketching and then you realize it's not working. And then I tried, like, man, I should have pushed this, like, lean more. And so I do a little sketch to see how it would look if I leaned him more. While sketching my sketchbooks, I want them to look good. I want each page to look good. Not only so, I can post them and show them to people, but also I want them to be a study for myself. I mean, my sketchbook is just that. It's a sketchbook. It's my own. It's the way I teach myself. It's my own practice book. So you can't be afraid to do bad drawings. I really like the way this guy turned out. I like his cheek just folding over those fingers. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but this is yellow highlighter. He was wearing his whole biking garb. Yeah. Man, I like the way this lady turned out. Just this. So I did the original sketch here. I put in just a real quick pencil sketch, and then I didn't want to do any kind of line work to her, and it turned out really good because I kept to that first initial sketch, that first initial shape that I had. This guy with his beard, this guy with his tiny computer. This guy he was standing in line, and you could just almost imagine the little moths coming out of his wallet when he opened it up. Like, oh, I don't have any money. This is a guy I actually saw on the way to work one day. I was like, what? This guy is walking down the street with a duffel bag and a huge log. So I started telling Will this, and we both started drawing him. Like, oh my gosh. Such a unique experience. Oh boy. This is a page where I decided to do two very different styles. Like, you had this kid and all his camo get up, and then very inked. Everything is kind of outlined in black. And then I did no outline at all. Just went straight color right away. This guy drinking his little cup of tea. Very, very weird shaped body, but like this guy here. This guy's just so old, wrinkly. I think uh, so. I think this was a we did a sketch crawl. Me and Will and Kevin Fleeman, we did a morning where we just kind of went out and sketched. Started off at the Red Zone Cafe. It's a little place in Lubbock. So, some pages end up really good. Some pages don't work out so well, but it's okay. I like the way this, those little short legs. Just typing away. This guy, he's not, the most dramatic character I have in here, but he turned out really well. I got his likeness very well, so I was really happy with that. I just remember finishing it and like, yes, I actually nailed that guy. Like, even if nobody else likes it as a character, I at least, did what I set out for. Another guy where I tried just not lining him. I get too bogged down in like lining everything and making it kind of your stereotypical cartoon. It's something I'm trying to get away from now. This is the same guy, so I drew him kind of caricatured, but then I just started pushing his head shape and seeing how different I could make him. So this guy and these two guys are the same guy. Again, just drawing him a few different ways to um, see which way I liked him best. Which way looked better, and then I finally just decided to finish him out and color him. This guy trying to open a jar of something. This guy had such a cool like lion's mane, just hair all around his face. Just remember him walking through, and just both of us were kind of gasping. This guy started to draw, and then our food game. I think I was out eating with my wife at the time. Just never went back and finished him. This guy walked in and just stood there, kind of creepy like, and he got his drink and he just stood against the shelf and stood against the counter and just kind of glared at everything. And he had a black eye and just looked like he had just gotten out of a fight. He's just so unusual. I had to draw him. This guy in his thick glasses. I definitely like switching up styles. Like not doing color sometimes, like not doing ink sometimes. This one's just a red colored pencil with some white colored pencil over it. I think this is one of the last times before Will moved to California that we went sketching. We tried doing a sketch crawl, and I don't think we ended up sketching much at all. I did this the first place we went, and then I think we all just kind of were like, let's go see a movie. So we went and saw a movie. This guy eating his cheese sandwich. This lady was fun to draw just because of that dress she was wearing. And all these little zigzags. This girl in her heavy eyeliner. This is actually just from a photo. Like, I forget what I had seen. I think I saw like a commercial or something that had these old like 20s women from the 20s in their bathing suits, and it was just such a different look. I just wanted to do a sketch of it. It's kind of interesting to see the different body types that are, considered attractive over the years. So kind of exaggerated this one a bit, but some church sketches. Saw this guy walking through the parking lot just like a gorilla. This guy just slouched like a big old sloth. He just, felt heavy. Really, this one just keeping the color palette very simple. A lot of times, I and everybody else has a tendency to overwork things and overdo it. Sometimes it's best. Just keep it simple. Some more church sketches. This is sitting in the grocery store. This is one of those kind of experimental pages where I tried something new and tried to fix it, and it at some point you just can't polish a turd. All right, so that's it.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed flipping through the old sketchbook. If you did, hit the little like button below, comment, and let me know what you thought, or ask me a question, or give me suggestions for new videos. If you have an idea, whatever you feel like saying, getting off your chest, let me know. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and go out there and draw something. Oh, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, go draw something. Bye-bye. Have a good day.